Pleasure to see you again. Welcome to lesson 2 of our sentence writing strategy. All right, yesterday what we talked about were the things that you had to have to make a complete sentence. So I just want to check in with you and make sure that we're on the same page as far as that goes. Could you name the 5 things that make a complete sentence?
5 things that make a complete sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Capital letter.
Yep.
Punctuation at the end.
Absolutely.
A subject.
Mm-hmm.
A verb.
Yes.
And it has to make sense.
Absolutely. That's
Okay.
spot on. Exactly. Yeah. Today we're going to build off of that learning and learn about a strategy for writing simple sentences and checking them to make sure that they meet those criteria, to make sure that there's a subject and a verb, to make sure that there's end punctuation, to make sure there's a capital letter, and to make sure that they make sense.
Okay.
We're going to use that to write some simple sentences. And we're going to be able to use that strategy in the future to write even more complex sentences. So just like yesterday, we're going to need to listen, take some notes, and participate in the discussion. And there's going to be a couple of lessons at the end of class to make sure that you've internalized some of the learning.
Okay.
All right. So, speaking of strategies, today we're going to be using something called the PENS strategy.
Pens.
The PENS strategy. And we're going to use that to write a variety of simple sentences like the ones we were talking about. So, you can see we have here the PENS strategy.
Pens
We're
strategy.
going to go down letter by letter. It's an acronym where each letter represents a particular piece of the strategy.
Okay.
So as you can see, the first part is to pick a formula.
Pick a formula.
Now, what is a formula that we've talked about? What was the formula you were talking about yesterday?
The subject and verb formula.
Absolutely. And since that's the only one we've gone through so far, that's the only one we'll need to employ today. We're just going to use the subject, verb, formula.
Subject, verb, formula. Okay.
Okay. The E in PENS is explore words to fit the formula.
Explore words to fit the formula.
Words we can use as either a subject or a verb.
Okay.
Okay. Then we are going to N, note the words.
And note the words.
And then after we've done that, we will S, search and check
Search and check.
to make sure that we have everything we need to have a complete sentence that makes sense.
Pick formula. Explore words. Note words. Search and check.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that spells pens.
So search and check is going to lead us in a very different direction, but since we've already picked a formula, we're going to now explore some words to fit that formula. So can you give me some examples of some words that might work as a subject, keeping in mind that a subject is going to be a noun, a person, place, thing, or perhaps even a concept? What are some
What are some
good nouns? What are some good subjects? that you can write?
cat? Cat. Dog.
Nice.
Ball.
Absolutely.
Ball.
Absolutely.
Man.
Yeah.
Man.
I think we've got a good little list going.
Cat, dog, ball, man. All right.
Now we are going to need to find some verbs, some action words, something that we can do with our mind or body that can.
Action words. Words. Something that you can do with your mind and body. You can think with your mind.
Yes, you can.
You can think with your mind. Think.
Absolutely. Very good.
You can walk with your body.
Yes, you can.
Walk. You can eat with your body.
Yes, you can.
You can feel with your body.
Yes. Absolutely.
What about these ones are good?
I think those are great.
Okay.
Those are some very thoughtful verbs. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And now we have to determine what we are going to do to put these words together in a sentence. Is there a subject that you would like to write a sentence about out of this list? Cat, dog?
Well, I like cats.
Okay.
So we can write a sentence about a cat?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Cat.
And is there a verb that you would like to use in your cat sentence?
How about walk?
Absolutely. Perfect.
Cat and walk? Okay, cat and walk.
Okay.
Cat and walk.
All
I
right.
use cat. A walk. Cat and walk.
And we have chosen our subject.
Yeah.
We've chosen our verb. Now let's try to put them together in a way that creates a complete sentence.
Cat and walk. Cat. Should I be writing them down?
Yeah, you should.
Cat and walk.
Maybe the sentence could be something like, the cat walks slowly.
The cat walks slowly.
Yes.
The cat walks slowly. The cat. Hang on, I did it wrong. The cat walks slowly.
All right. Very good. You got it written down.
The cat walks slowly.
Okay. So we have chosen our formula. We have explored words to fit the formula. We have chosen cat and walk, modified to walks. Now let's first note those words. Can you put an S over cat for subject
S over cat for subject.
and a V over walks for the verb?
V over walk for the verb.
Okay. And now we are slightly ahead of ourselves as we are veering into the S in pens, which is for search and check.
Search and check.
So we had pick a formula, explore words to fit the formula. You have just now noted the words.
I noted the words?
You did.
When did I do that?
You did it when you put the S and the V by denoting which was the subject and which was the verb. Noted the words.
Yeah.
And now that we've gone through that, we can now do our S step, which is search and check.
Search and check.
Now the search and check step has its own series of steps,
Search and check.
which comes out as an acronym called MARK.
Mark.
And we will not be using the M for this portion
No,
of instruction. But we are going to focus on the AR and the K. Now, the three steps in MARK are to ask if there is a verb,
Is there a verb?
to root out the subject,
Root out the subject.
and then to key in on the beginning, ending, and meaning of the sentence.
You said key in on the beginning, middle, and end?
The beginning, ending, and meaning.
Beginning, ending, and meaning.
Yes.
The beginning, ending, and meaning. Key in on. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, so let's look at our sentence. The cat walks slowly.
Cat walks slowly.
Now, is there a verb in that sentence?
Yeah, it's walk.
Absolutely.
We put a V on that one.
Absolutely. Now we've got to root out the subject. And we're going to do that by asking a question, who or what blanks? Who or what is taking the action? What is doing the verb?
Who or what is doing the verb?
Or who or what, in this case, who or what walks?
Who or what walks? Well, the cat. The cat walks.
The cat does walk.
Who or what walks? The cat walks.
We have confirmed our subject as cat.
The cat walks. Subject and verb.
Okay, now let's go to the K step, which is to key in first on the beginning. Let's look at the beginning.
Beginning.
Now, what did we say that every sentence needs to begin with?
We said it needs to begin with a capital letter.
Yes, we did. Let's take a look at that there. Now, in your sentence, does it begin with a capital letter?
No. My sentence begins with a small letter.
Oh, well, then I think we should change. You should change that up and make it a capital T.
Capital T. Capital T.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, if we're going to look at the ending, what did we say we needed to end every sentence with?
Punctuation.
Absolutely,
Punctuation.
absolutely. Do we have punctuation on the end of our sentence as it stands?
No.
We have, well, we did say we could have an exclamation point, a period, or a question mark. What do you think should go at the end of this sentence?
I think a period should go there.
Absolutely, yeah, please.
Should I put it there?
You should put the period right there. Go ahead and put that period down.
All right. Period.
And now let's consider our sentence once again as a whole. The cat walks slowly. Does that make sense? Do cats walk?
Yeah. Cats walk.
And can cats walk slowly?
Yeah, they can walk slowly. They can walk fast too.
It's true. That's true. I've seen it. I've seen it. Well then, I guess the sentence makes sense then, doesn't it?
Yeah, cats can walk. The cat walks slowly.
Beautiful.
Okay, cat walks slowly.
Well, looks like we have a complete sentence. We have
Walks slowly.
asked if there was a verb, and the verb was.
Walks.
We rooted out the subjects by asking who or what. Who or what walks?
The cat.
And we have keyed in on the beginning, where we've put our capital T.
Mm-hmm.
We have looked at the end, and we have put in the proper ending punctuation. And we have determined that the sentence does in fact make sense, that cats can in fact walk and walk slowly or fast.
Yep.
Beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful work.
Cat walks slowly.
Okay. So once again, we have here our pen strategy, which led us to choose our subject and verb.
Yep.
Our formula. We picked our formula. We explored words to fit the formula.
Explored words.
Right? And then we noted the words, purposes they served, and then we went through our search and check step, our S.
Yes.
From there, we followed through with our mark, ignoring the M for now.
No M.
We asked if there was a verb. We found that. We rooted out the subject connected to that verb in our R. And then in our K, we keyed in on the beginning, ending, and meaning of our sentence. And we made sure that all of those things were in place. We ended and began our sentence properly and that it made sense. Okay. So with that said, I think that now what we should do is maybe a little bit of reiteration.
Okay, okay.
So I'd like you to read as I point at each letter and say it out loud. So
Okay.
P,
Pick a formula.
E,
Explore words to fit the formula.
N,
Note the words.
S,
Search and check.
P,
Pick a formula.
E,
Explore words to fit the formula.
N,
Note the words.
and S.
Search and check.
Very good. Very good. And we have a whole search and check step called mark. For now, we are ignoring the M. So A stands for
Ask, is there a verb?
yes. R,
Root out the subject.
and K.
Key in on the beginning, ending, and meaning.
Very good. One more time. A,
Is there a verb?
R,
Root out the subject.
and K.
Key in on the beginning, ending, and meaning.
Very good.
All right.
Very good. How are you feeling about that?
I feel pretty good about that.
Good. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, with that said, then, I think that it would make sense to put your new skills, your new knowledge to a little bit of a test.
Test. There's going to be a test?
It's not a test. It's just a practice quiz.
Okay, okay.
Just want to make sure that on top of understanding, you're able to apply this when you look at sentences that aren't even ones that you've made. So that when you're reading, you know that if something's not making sense, that it has nothing to do with you. You've done your work. You know what
Okay.
needs to be there.
All right.
And you're not going to be confused by other people who might be making mistakes.
All right. I'm going to do good on a quiz.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Ooh.
All right.
All right. So here we have Learning Sheet 2A.
2A.
We're going to ask you to do the search and check step on each sentence.
Search and check.
That mark step. We're going to want you to mark each verb you find in each sentence with a V, as we
Okay.
did in our example sentence, and each subject you identify with an S, and to fix each sentence as necessary by adding a capital letter and punctuation, or changing a word completely so that the sentence will make sense.
Okay, okay.
Okay, and don't worry, we'll make sure that you have the steps available to you throughout the process. And we'll be
Okay.
able to talk it through.
They'll be right there?
It'll be right here.
Okay.
Right here. So, if you'd like to look at that first sentence, can you read that?
The horse ran fast.
Absolutely. So we're going to start again with our search and check steps.
Okay.
Is there a verb?
Horse ran. Ran. Ran.
Absolutely. Could you draw a V over ran? Good job. Okay. Now let's find the subject. So, who or what ran?
Who or what ran? The horse.
Yes, it did. So let's put an S there.
Okay.
Beautiful. Now let's key in on those parts. The beginning first.
Okay.
Do you see a capital letter there?
No.
Oh, well then I think you should make that a capital T.
It's a capital now.
Beautiful, beautiful. And what about the end? What do you see there?
I see a period.
So we have our end punctuation.
Mm-hmm.
And can horses run?
Mm-hmm.
Can horses run fast?
Yes.
I think they can go slow too, but you know.
Yeah, they can go fast and slow.
I've seen it done. Well, very good. Very
Okay.
good. Now let's move on
Okay.
to our second sentence.
All right.
Okay, can you read that for me?
Peter swims every day.
Okay. Now, is there a verb?
Peter swims.
Absolutely. Let's put that V in. Okay. And who or what swims?
Well, it says Peter swims.
Well, I think it's going to be Peter then. If Peter's the one doing the swimming, can we put an S over Peter?
S over Peter.
Beautiful. Now, let's see. Does it start with a capital letter?
Peter is capital P.
Beautiful. And now, back to the end of the sentence.
And
Do we have any end punctuation there?
no, we don't have any end punctuation there.
Okay, well, what do you think would work best at the end of that sentence?
Peter swims every day. Period.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And does it make sense? Could Peter swim every day?
Peter could swim every day.
Beautiful. Okay. Then I guess we're all done with that one.
Okay.
Let's move on to number 3.
All right.
Now, what does the sentence say?
Sarah danced all night.
Okay. Let's find our verb first. Do you see a verb there?
Dance.
Absolutely.
Dance is something Sarah can do with her body.
Absolutely. Yes, it is.
So I'm going to put a V there.
Very good. And who danced?
Sarah danced.
Yes, she did. Put an S over her name for the subject.
An S for Sarah?
And now our K step. Do we have a capital letter at the beginning of that sentence?
No. I'll put one there.
Thank you. All right. And let's key in on the ending. Do we have end punctuation?
We have a period at the end.
And I feel like that's appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
And does that make sense? Does the sentence make sense? Could Sarah dance all night?
Yeah, Sarah could dance all night.
Okay, well then I think we're good to leave that be.
All right.
Now for sentence number 4, my cat cooked dinner.
Oh,
Is there a verb? Can you identify the verb?
Cook. You can cook. Cooked. Cook is the verb.
Absolutely. Let's put a V over the cooked. Now let's root out the subject. Who or what cooked?
That's a cat, because that's the same as my cat.
Yes, it is.
Cat. So I'm going to put an S over cat.
Beautiful. Okay. And then let's key in on that beginning. Do we have a capital letter?
We have a capital letter.
Let's key in on the ending. Do we have a period or end punctuation?
Yeah, we have an end punctuation.
Beautiful. Does the sentence make sense?
My cat cooked dinner.
Can your cat cook dinner?
No.
Have you seen many cats on cooking shows?
No.
Then I'm not sure it makes sense. I feel like it might not make sense. What could we do to this sentence so that it could make sense? What could we change?
My cat can't cook dinner, but my dad could cook dinner.
Your dad could cook dinner. That's true.
Should I change cat to dad?
Yeah, you should cross out cat and write in dad.
My dad cooked dinner.
Beautiful. Good job. All right, now does the sentence make sense?
My dad cooked dinner. Dad can cook.
I think it makes sense.
Sometimes dad burns things.
We'll have to see about that. Let's move on to our fifth sentence. Can you read that for me?
I like pizza.
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 Let's go back to our search and check steps.
Search and check.
Is there a verb in that sentence, I like pizza?
Like. Can you like with your mind?
You can like with your mind.
So then like is a verb. Like.
Very good. Now we're going to root out the subject. So who or what likes?
Who or what likes? Well, I like pizza.
Yes, you do. So
I'm going to put the S over I.
that's over I. We've got our subject.
Uh-huh.
We asked if there's a verb. We rooted out our subject. Now let's key in. Let's key in on the beginning. Do we have a capital letter to begin our sentence?
Yes.
Check. Let's key in on the ending. Do we have end punctuation?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Oh, no.
What do you think should go there? Absolutely. An exclamation point is perfect when we're talking about pizza. And lastly, does the sentence make sense?
I like pizza. That's true.
And you can like pizza. And
Yeah.
you can like pizza. I think that that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's great work. That's great work.
Thank you.
I appreciate what you've done with this here guided practice.
Thank you. I like pizza.
I love pizza too.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, yeah, I think we're through for now. We might come back later and do some additional worksheets to make
Okay.
sure that everything is sticking
Okay.
and that you can apply it in a few other different situations.
All right.
All right, awesome work, though.
All right.
Thank you.